Have speaker woofer for the subwoofer. This one is 18 inch, and the issue of this speaker, the voice coil has a problem. The reading of the voice coil is almost shorted. Let me show it to you. And this video, guys, no, I am going to show it to you how I fix this one. Maybe you need some idea, and this is your chance to learn. My digital tester is, I'm going to set to ohms resistance, and let me check the ohms. So now we are getting only 0.3 ohms, almost shorted. And the rated ohms of this speaker, the impedance is 4 ohms. I also have here analog tester, and I set it to times 1. And let me check again the terminal here. So the reading is almost shorted. See that, guys? Almost shorted. And actually, this speaker, if you press the cone, there is no noise, unlike for some of the speakers that if the speakers burn, it's having an, you heard the scratching on the voice coil, and this one is no. So good thing that maybe our voice coil, the formation is still okay. Okay, so let us start. First thing I am going to do is to heat it up this side, because I am planning to move it all out, this cone, together with the spider. Unlike before, I am going to remove the cap. Unlike before, on my previous videos where I am working on rewinding the speaker, I remove the cap and also the voice coil. But now, my method is to remove all the cone, this one, including the spider, and I am going to do the rewind without damaging the, I mean without cutting the voice coil here. Okay, so if you are ready, we are going to start now, and I'm going to use my hot air, or you can use acetone. I have here acetone, and you can pour it here on the edge, so that it will going to absorb to the in between on the plate here and the edge, so it will be easy to remove. But at this time, I'm going to use my hot air, this one, and my hot air is, I'm going to set it to maximum. I have here 450. Okay, 450. Okay, first I am going to remove the cap, so that it will be easy for me to detach the cap while the edge is still intact. After removing the cap, I'm going to remove the edge, and then after removing the edge, I'm going to remove the, call this the spider. Yes, spider. So let's start here. I'm going to use cutter blade. If you have cutter blade, the small one is good, but actually this one is wide. This is the only available for me now, so it's okay. I can still use this one. So first you have to heat up the cone where the adhesive is attached or located. Okay, after heating up, this one is already warm, and we need to use the cutter blade. This one. At this time, the adhesive is easy to what you call this, to remove. We need to do this because if not, it is really difficult to detach the cap, because the adhesive is really nice. Okay, before I forgot, I need to put markings, sorry, before you remove the cap. I need to put marking. Okay, that's enough. Let's continue. So we almost done here. Okay, I just put the markings. The reason why, because once we done here, it will be easy for me to return the cap where the alignment is easy to install. Okay, so cap is out, and this is the voice coil. The usual rewinding that I did before, I just cut it here all the way to take out the voice coil. So as I mentioned, for in this video, the method, what I am going to do is to remove all. Okay, so cap is out, and next thing to do is to hit this up to detach the edge. Also, I am going to hit this up using the same temperature. The reason why is too easy to remove the edge, and this one is taking times because this speaker size is 18 inch. If you do have like hot air, I mean a blower, the big blower, it is good to use on this, because if you are using like only this small hot air, it will take times. So you need patience on this. I'm just hitting underneath because if I hit this on top, the foam will melt. Okay, once you preheated the metal, you can start now doing lifting this up. You can use flathead screwdriver, or you can use this. Actually, this one is a PCB, came from PCB board. And here it is. Edge is already detached. See that, guys, how beautiful it is. Wow, so nice. The edge, or yes, the edge still intact, and it is easy to put adhesive here once we done the rewinding. And then next, we are going to remove the spider here. Also, we need to heat this up, the plate, not the plastic, because this one is plastic. It will melt once we heat it up, overheat on this side. Okay, so like what I said, you need patience on this speaker. Don't hit the plastic, just hit the metal. Only the metal. And you have to check if the metal is hot. Now metal is hot. And once it's heated up, now you have to lift this up. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. You see that it's moving, and we make sure that the spider is moving. I need the lifter, like pointed precision. Where are you? Okay, so I need the pointed precision to lift the spider, to make it sure that it was lifted up. because sometimes only the plastic is lifted up. Okay, I will show it to you later. Okay, we have to reheat again. I am planning to use the acetone, but maybe later. We'll see. First, the hot air. Yeah, so it's moving. And we need to heat this also on the side. Okay, while heating, we need to lift this up. And we do the same on the other side. And yes, wow, we already detached the spider. Yes. And the next, we need to unsolder the pigtail. Okay. We need to remove this pigtail to completely remove the cone and the spider as long as the voice coil. Pigtail is already removed, and then wow, see that, guys? So the voice coil is burnt, and good thing the plate here. I don't know what's the this one is heat resistant paper or plate or tape, still intact, no damage. And see that, guys? The edge, sorry, here looks nice, still intact, and the plastic is also intact, no damage, no deformation. Okay, so the next step, I'm going to show to you how I uh, put the spacer here and also the winding. Okay, now that we already removed the cone assembly, I'm going to put the spacer on the voice coil. I need this spacer, and actually these spacers came from the backlight film of the TV, the reflector. I'm going to install this one first. We need this so that the alignment or the formation of the voice coil is perfect. Okay, I'm gonna remove this off, and I'm going to start here like this. Okay, so this one must be tight, and next is this one. And next, this film is thin, while the for the TV is a little bit thicker. So I'm going to start first for the thin plastic and make it sure that it is tight. You have to roll like this. You force your thumb like this, and the finger is there to make it tight. Okay. Remember the what you call this point. The facing must be opposite side, so fighting with each other. Okay. Make it sure that the alignment here is okay. Later on, I'm going to move this backward because we need space over here. What I only need is to just put this, but we still have in more room here, space, clearance. So I need to put more spacer and make it tight. Alright, check it. Still, I need more spacer. And yes, this one is okay. We can put now the, actually this one is a printer paper, and it's really good. Printer paper, see that guys? Let us check if we'll fit now. So remember the edge here must be opposite side, so this side is facing like this way. And let me cut this. Okay. And I need to move, rotate to make it smaller. And yes, wow, make it sure the alignment is okay. Alignment is okay. Yes, wow, nice. And push it down. Now we have to rotate this to make it tight. You need to make it tight, more tight. I think it's already tight now. Wow. And then I need to put the spacer again to fit the block. So right now it's passing through, so we need to put spacer. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let me check. Wow! See that, guys? It's properly fitted to the spacer, and also on the other side. So now it is ready to put in to our winder. I'll show it to you. Now I'm going to install this to our winder, like this way. We have spacer here or stop here. Okay. Right? How beautiful it is. Wow, so nice. And also on the other side here, I'm going to put the spacer. Sorry guys, you cannot see it here. And I'm going to install the screw, the bolt, or nut, sorry, nut. Yes, okay. And here it is. Wow, we need to tighten this to make the alignment good. And remember, no, you have to rotate this opposite side to make it tight. So at this time I need to move this forward, backward, this one here, and wow, yes, okay, see the gap here, it's really tight. Wow, looks nice now, and we need more rotation to make it really good alignment. Get the nice alignment. We already aligned the voice coil. Next, I'm going to remove the coil, magnetic wire. Size of the wire is, let me check this, 0.4 millimeter. Let me check. I have here 26 AWG. Yes, 0.4. The same. 26 EWG. Okay. I'm gonna remove the magnetic wire. So we already cleaned the what you call this, the tape. I don't know what I don't know what is the term. Okay. The size of the voice coil is the inner part is 100 millimeter or 100.1 something like that. And the height is, let me show it to you. The height is 20 24 or 25 something like that. 24 or 25. I need to solder this directly to this wire here, and then we now can make a rewind. Let me peel off the coating. I'm just doing this because if not, it will be difficult for me to install if the epoxy get dry. At this time, I am going to use, you know, not sitting fast epoxy. I cannot use a sitting fast epoxy if the voice coil is too big. It's really difficult. Like epoxy 5, it's dry is 5 minutes. This epoxy I'm going to use Araldite, or you can use any epoxy that bitter, like finer. This epoxy is slow sitting. Now that we already peel off the magnetic wire, next I'm going to solder here. But before I do the soldering, I need to mix first the epoxy and apply here. Okay, so next we need a soldering iron. I am going to set this to 400. 400 and rising up 300, and here it is 400. Let's check. Wow. Okay, and I need to solder this. This is an idea only, guys. No, if it is up to you how you deal with this. I'm gonna solder it here. Okay, so already soldered perfectly. Yes, wow. And I need to put tape. Later on, I am going to remove this tape to put here epoxy. Alright, so now we're good to go. Let us now apply epoxy. I'm gonna start here. So at this time, I will solder it later. I need to set this. Next, apply epoxy on top. Okay, now let us measure the impedance, the ohms. What I said before, it was 4 ohms. Let me check. Let me check if we get the same ohms. I'm going to set my digital tester to resistance and check here the terminal. Okay, and sorry. Yes, we got 4.6 ohms. Not bad. At least we get the nearest ohms, which is 4 ohms, 4 point something. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry and I'll get back tomorrow and then I am going to show it to you to install it back to the frame. Okay guys, one day already passed and it's already dried. Our epoxy is already dried. See that? It's dried. And now I'm going to install it back to the frame. Let me remove the spacer. So this is the spacer that we are going to remove. Again guys, no, it's up to you how you do it. This video is just an example only to give you some idea. Let me remove this. We have spacer here and I need to remove this. Also this one. Okay, and the next one is here. I need also to remove. Okay, as you can see, we have overlap epoxy. What I am going to do is to cut this overlap. We need scissor. Make sure that you only cut the overlap epoxy or existing epoxy. Okay, so we already cut the existing epoxy, and this is the condition now. I can see here there's a little bit epoxy. Okay, we need to remove this to avoid scratching on the metal. There also there's a small. Okay, so we almost done here, and let me grab my even the frame. But before that, let me double check. So everything is fine here. Everything is fine. Now I'm going to get the frame, and yes, see, this is the frame, and make it sure that frame has no debris. Like for example, here we have a piece of magnetic wire here. We need to remove this. Oops, this one, and double check if there is some debris. If you do have air pressure here, you can blow it up, and then all dust will remove. And also, if you have masking packaging tape like this, you can use also. Okay, so for this, I'm going to install the phone, and let us see. Wow, there's clearance. No? Good. See that, guys? We have a lot of clearance, and it means we did the correct winding. Okay. Now, I am going to use this spacer just to align the center of the voice coil. We need this so that when we apply the glue on the edge and also on the spider here, I'm going to apply glue, and this spacer will do the alignment of the voice coil on the magnet at the center of the magnet. But before I put this, I need to apply rugby here, or if you have, actually I have here, this is the first time that I am using this, no? But at this time, this is a rubberized, waterproof, flexible, and simulate test free. I don't know what is this. A hand absent, paintable, anti-vibration. I tested this and it's like a rubberized, like this one, a rubberized, no? But you know, at this time I'm going to use rugby, and we need to clean this, remove all the remaining glue. We have to clear the surface. We need to clear the surface so that the spider will sit in place properly. There's more here, and also here. Okay, so I think we are ready. This pigtail must be facing on the speaker terminal here, like this. Okay, so let us start. Actually, I do not have the nozzle or an empty bottle that can put the rugby. If you have an empty bottle, you can put rugby on that. Like for example, on this bottle, you have to put this rugby inside so that it will be easy to pour. To pour, you have to pour it all over. Okay, so this is what I am using. Polyfix all-purpose contact adhesive, or it is called in our country rugby. But this one is different color. Okay, so let us start. I'm gonna put here. I'm gonna put here and here also at the same time. So I need stick. I'm using barbecue stick. And be careful, guys, no, to drop any rugby here, because if you drop any rugby that on that part, it will create problem. I'm gonna start here. let me install. Remember the, you know, the speaker terminal and the pigtail must be aligned, as well as this one, this side, and on this side must be aligned. So let me install first this one, and the alignment is okay. Alignment here and here, yes. Alignment is okay. And double check here is alignment is okay also. And then now I'm going to put the spacer. One here, one here, here. This is the came from the can. So okay, I think this one is enough, and it's holding tight. Now we are going to push down the spider. This one, push down, 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 down. Actually, I forgot to put adhesive on the spider itself, but it's okay. Next time. So I think it's holding tight. Yes, it's holding tight. So once this one is already stick on the frame, next thing to do is we are going to put now adhesive here. It is looks like a lot of work here, but you know, if you used to be doing rewinding, it will become easy for you. I don't have that empty bottle, the one that I mentioned it earlier. It will become easy for me to, you know, to put this rugby if I have that. We're almost done here, and after this I'm going to paste this speaker down to stick the adhesive so well. So alignment is good, really nice, and also the pigtail. Later on I am gonna solder it back to the terminal, but for now I'm going to let it dry. I'm gonna face it down. Okay, face it down, and let's wait to dry the adhesive, and then after that I'm going to install the dust cap, this one. So I think it's already dried, and let me check. Yeah, wow, yeah, yes, it's already dried. Now I'm going to solder back the terminal of the pigtail. Alright, soldering back this pigtail is easy. Just set this up while aligning this. Yes. I'm going to add soldering lead. Also on the other side. Okay. Everything seems right. This one, hold tight. And then next, I am going to remove now the spacer. Okay. Remove all the spacer. And let us check the movement. Wow. You see that, guys? You cannot hear any scratches because, you know, we made the proper alignment. Let me check with the, you know, I have here analog tester. We can check the speaker. If you hear the scratching sound, meaning speaker is good. or we have a good connection. I'm going to set my tester to ×1. Yes, wow, so nice. With regards to the polarity, like for example, if you are using a battery, this battery is 1.5 volts. Now, if the polarity is correct, like for example, the positive terminal of this speaker is here and the negative is here. Now I'm going to attach the positive here and positive is here. And when I tap this to negative, the speaker movement must be outward. Yes, outward. If the speaker movement is upward, meaning we get the correct polarity of the speaker, which is this is the positive and this is the negative. Let me check again. Yes. Wow, so nice. And then after that, I am going to install the cap. Remember, we put the markings so that it will be easy for me to align the cap, the dust cap, and make it sure also that there is no any debris here. I'm going to remove this. Now I'm going to use the same rugby. Before we put this dust cap, let's just double check. Wow, nice. Even you post on this side, there is no scratching, no scratching, no scratching, no scratching, no scratching, and here no scratching. We got the perfect alignment. Now we can proceed to install the dust cap. Okay, so we already applied the adhesive on the sides and I'm going to install this. Installation is we have to make an alignment on that part and then yes, wow, and job is done. Wow. Okay, so on this video that's all, and hope you have got some idea here, and at least I shared some important tips on how to deal or to work with the speaker rewinding and installation, and also the method that this is the I like this method because it looks, it's not, there's no markings that I cut this or here, there is no marking and it looks like the same on the original as well as on the spider. This looks like nothing's happened here, so everything is intact. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and God bless us.